think we're live. How is everyone doing?
Oh.
Good afternoon, people. How are the villagers doing today? You okay, Doug?
Oh, yeah. I'm not constipated or anything.
Hello, Martine. Hello, Todd. Let's do a little
So many people.
a little chat check here. Everyone, thank you for joining for this edition of PTV3D. Samantha, I see Jeffrey Resendez, Mike Wheeler, welcome in. Everyone, Surfer Girl 326. Let's see, Big Noah Mountain 5, Alyssa Stenberg. I see Michelle the Quilter, Fox Hollow. Hello, Todd.
Talking about $1 million deck.
Fisher
good.
Fun Ventures. Pam's fam, welcome. One of our favorite humans. We love Pam. She's so sweet. Thank you.
I hadn't watched it just because some of the questions I wouldn't know. Mike, you can still watch it.
Oh,
you can still participate.
Mike, yes, absolutely participate, Mike. Please, we'd love to have you participating. In fact, we do our best to try and write a lot of the questions so that you don't have to see the film. You actually just have to hear things that are going. We want to be very conscious of that, especially for you, Mike. So, yeah, definitely.
We're not going to say what the color was the sports car they had.
Yeah, exactly.
It was yellow, but we're not going to say that.
Yeah. But for instance, tonight, the $1 Million Duck Disney Plus Movie Club, we are going to have trivia questions. That's what we're talking about right there. So everyone, go ahead. If you have not watched it, go ahead and check it out. See if you can get some of the questions answered. And, you just might win the trivia contest tonight.
And you get a Target gift card.
Yeah, that's all. That's all we'll say. You get a Target gift card if you are the winning player of the trivia for the show.
The Blues No guy. It's Chris. He's here.
Oh my goodness, Blue Nose Chris, how you doing? It is good to Martine. Thank you for everyone. Thank you for joining for this edition of the Daily Dose. It's April 27th, 242 days until Christmas, and for foodies in the house, it's National Prime Rib Day. We're not having prime rib for dinner.
Does a mask come with the gift card? No, it's still sterilized. There's no cooties on it.
No masks.
Pam, you want it, and it's getting taken care of. It's just the logistics and mailing.
Yeah, actually,
but Ben dealt with it.
The reason why we've been having a difficult time is because we ordered gift cards for Target, but you can't just go in and buy them or something. You have to order them online when you do this. So that's what we did. And you can't just pick them up. They have to mail them to you. So we're waiting for them to arrive. Once we get them, they will be mailed out.
What about Doug's gloves? Well, what about him? I have a lot of gloves.
Doug's got his gloves right here.
These little shabby things. These are my collectible gloves.
No, I had spare ribs for dinner. Hope that counts.
That's close to.
I'll say anything beef. Anything beef would definitely count. But in this case, it's definitely Prime Rib Day, according to thenibble.com. That's the site that I follow for the National Food Days. So
you know what, Pam? That's a way of thinking it. It's not necessarily the thing you get. It's about the bragging rights. Bragging rights are usually like neener, and that you could just use it, milk it, and say, I was the first, I was the winner.
Yeah.
So I like brisket. I actually really do. I want to get we have a Traeger smoker, and I want to get a good brisket. It's just the one at Costco is like brisket of this big, and it's like we need $70-$80.
We need a smaller cut.
I don't need lifetime supply of brisket, but I want a brisket that's more. So.
Oh, Todd says that we should include the white gloves with the gift cards. Hello, Cynthia. Thanks for joining. You know what? That's not a bad idea.
Maybe we should have it. We should have a store where people can get collectible gloves. You use these to touch your collection.
Tell you what, we'll make sure that Doug wears them at least once.
They're so shabby. I know Mama Mills was very generous.
Yeah.
I just haven't sat and actually bought them yet.
Hey, Tony.
I had
Fantastic
brisket for dinner
Chronicles
tonight. Oh, how did you cook it?
I would love brisket.
Please let me know. I want a Traeger smoker forever.
The smoker we have in the backyard, Doug does a great job. It creates a nice bark. So it's just so yummy and tasty.
Oh, yeah, it's been so long because briskets don't grow on trees, so they're not easy to find. And I don't want just garbage brisket.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get going with the news. History actually.
History. So we're going on the Wayback Machine. How far?
The Wayback Machine today is taking us to 1951. On this day, a Goofy cartoon came out. It's called Cold War. And it's just about how Goofy learns about a cold and it's nothing to sneeze at.
Oh, I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, I love Goofy cartoons. Just so funny.
You just don't realize how much you use. I used to be really competitive with geeks who drink trivia, but my team won the final prize.
The final quiz before they canceled it. Oh, Todd, that's too bad.
Okay. The drinking game.
I do love trivia. So does Ben. So we're really.
I don't.
Gonna hashtag Wayback time.
So yeah, the Goofy did it as he was sick and it was called
Cold War. Cold War. He had a cold. Now here's
appropriate for.
Now here's another one. This one is called Hooked Bear. This is from 1956. A very few number of cartoons were produced by Walt Disney Productions that included Humphrey the Bear. This is one of those cartoons that was released on this day in 1956. For me, Humphrey's a personal favorite. I absolutely love Humphrey. How he's always playing also with the ranger. The ranger's name is J. Audubon Woodlore. I love that name.
It's kind of like an unofficial, official, but really unofficial mascot of the area of California Adventure.
Yeah.
Hey, it used to be Contra Flats. Now,
Judy, no need for apologies. It's just great to have you here. Thank you for joining.
Everybody likes the Wayback Machine.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, it is Wayback. It is our Wayback Machine.
Wayback. Yes, Humphrey the Bear is the best. But I'm glad they're bringing that character into the park where it's not part of it. It's where the soaring is at California Adventure.
Yeah. Yeah. First you pick it up, put it in the bag, bump, bump. That's right. I love that cartoon. So all the bears are picking up litter.
Oh yes, I have to watch more Humphrey.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. We'll find some Humphrey cartoons and then watch it.
I'm sure all that.
I love Humphrey. He's one of my favorite Disney characters.
You can still find Humphrey Bear over at Fort Wilderness. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
that's awesome, cool. Mike. Thank you. Oh, Surfer Girl says he's on the totem at Wilderness Lodge too. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that was 19-something?
1956. 1964, Walt took pen to paper on this day and wrote a letter to a guy named Robert Morris. Robert Morris was the guy who created the New York World's Fair. And he apologized to Robert because Mr. Lincoln at the Illinois Pavilion was not working yet. Let's face it, it takes time to work out the kinks.
Never existed.
He worked in California and then was shipped to New York and something happened, so they had to get it.
Hanna-Barbera, it's a very big organization, so I don't know if they'll own Hanna-Barbera.
And I doubt it. I think it's
Flintstones.
No, I think that's Warner Brothers now.
I think
Warner Brothers bought all the stuff from Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah,
I loved those cartoons.
Oh, they're from Flintstones to Jetsons. Yeah, we don't discriminate. I love Looney Tunes.
Let me turn this camera.
Love Disney.
There we go. That looks a little better.
Disney, Looney Tunes, Hanna-Barbera. We actually, I love them all.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown.
Oh my gosh, Charlie Brown cartoons.
So he apologized to Robert Moses, the one guy that
he's really nasty.
He's a nasty guy, but he had to feel like he had to apologize.
Well, yeah. I mean, he did it because there were technical problems with great moments with Mr. Lincoln. So yeah. Exactly, Cynthia. The Jetsons. I love the Jetsons. So that was 1964. I was kind of hoping Richard, the Orlando guy, would be here at this moment, but he's not here.
Yeah, Barney and Fred were puffing away on cigarettes.
Okay, yeah, Arnie, they did go into the CNN building in Atlanta. They have Big Fred Flintstone in the cartoon. Okay.
I knew one of them owned it.
Yeah. So, let's see. Here is 1992. This is the one I really wanted Richard to see because he's such a fan of American Express.
He loves American Express.
He and I had a little chat over the weekend about American Express, and so he's a huge fan. But on this day, the American Express travel port, which was located in Communicore West at Epcot, closed. The attraction had touch screens that allowed guests to preview vacations anywhere that they wanted to go in the world. So Tony, you're right. They did used to do ads for Winston. I remember seeing a cartoon ad where Fred Flintstone had a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. Oh, the innocence of the 60s. And remember, there were even doctors that would do ads that said smoking was healthy for you.
Yes.
So
There was ads.
yeah, definitely. So that was 1992. In 2001, this is one that touches close to home for both Doug and me.
Yeah.
There was an attraction that opened in May of 1998. Doug and I both experienced this attraction at Disneyland. It replaced the People Mover the track. It didn't really replace the People Mover went away for a while, and the track sat empty for 4 years. And then they created this attraction called the Rocket Rods. Remember the Rocket Rods?
I love the Rocket Rods.
5-person vehicles would travel very quickly along the path that was meant to be just for a very easy track. Well, everyone knows the TTA People Mover at Disney World. It was the same idea. Very slow moving attraction. The Rocket Rods would try to achieve speeds, over 20, 30 miles an hour. And
for infrastructure that was not meant to be. And it failed miserably. So on this day, Rocket Rods opened in May 23rd, 1998.
Yeah.
Then it was on.
Do you have the artwork for the new Tomorrowland? I think it's hanging on the wall.
I think it is, but it's heavy.
Oh, okay. It's heavy. We'll show it some other time then.
It's really heavy.
Tell you what.
But
if you have my Instagram account, what I'll do is I'll take a picture of the artwork and I will go ahead and post that on Instagram right after this show.
I think they have a picture of it, an artistic one. But it opened and it was plagued, and I think it went down for almost 6 months in 1999. It was not even open a full year.
Yeah. And then opened again.
It opened a little bit around 2099.
It kept going up and down,
off a month. It was never consistent. So this is the actual day they just severed the head and killed it.
Back in September of 2000, they actually put a sign in front of the ride saying it's closed for refurbishment. But no one ever saw anyone working on the track or on the platform where the cars were. They never saw anything. And then officially on this day, Disneyland announced that it was officially closed.
Very short-lived attraction for something that's so and grand. That's bad.
The refurbishment went down September 2000. It was supposed to come back up in spring of 2001, but they just canceled it. It wasn't working.
The beeps every time it slowed down was like I'm saying, I'm sorry for this ride. It wasn't grand. It was a cool attraction, but it was painful that they replaced something that ended up only lasting not even 2 years.
Yeah.
And they could have kept the People Mover. So it was like, if you're going to replace, you always want to one-up yourself, but they just screwed it up. So yeah, it wasn't
I never understood
great.
I never understood why they closed the People Mover to begin with.
They
just stopped it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the pics of the Rocket Rods. It was a cool attraction. It was not the best, but it was so short-lived. The
queue was really cool. For me, I absolutely loved Circle Vision 360. Unfortunately, the queue for this attraction took Circle Vision 360 away. And they actually had the movie portion where you would stand inside and you'd see some movies and things for the attraction itself.
Back in the day, you waited in line. And you can wait hours. There was no fast pass, nothing like that. So when you waited in that line, you rated the attraction on the amount of time you waited for it. So was it satisfying enough for the time you waited? And Rocket Rods barely got there because you could be waiting 2-3 hours to break down.
I'll tell you this. The shortest wait I ever had for Rocket Rods, I rode it a few times. The shortest wait I had was easily 90 minutes.
Yeah. It was hard to justify the wait time was it satisfying enough for the wait time that you had to put up with? Like Indy, you can wait up at 6 hours. It's so good. You'll put up another 6 hours.
Yeah.
Because it's very satisfying. It's an amazing attraction. Rocket Rods just wasn't there.
One thing I loved about Rocket Rods is that being that it did take the People Mover track, it went through the buildings. So you could see the queue of Star Tours, the Star Trader, the Starcade. It would even go into Space Mountain. And then around behind what then became the Pizza Port, and through the building of Interventions. So you saw what used to be our Carousel of Progress building, which then became America Sings. They transformed it into Interventions for this particular redo of Tomorrowland. And unfortunately, that's no longer there.
No, it's waited 2 hours, so you zipped around it. It was cool. Yeah, but that was our problem.
Fisher Fun Ventures waited 2 hours for it.
That's how when we go on subs, do we want to sit in that line?
And Cynthia, you're right. FastPass does have people.
It has it where it justifies the time.
Oh, Jeffrey, thank you so much. He's going to try and be on later tonight.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's where the whole Rocket Rods thing. It's one of the things you had to go back in time, and that's 22 years ago, almost 21 years ago.
Yeah, I mean it's
20 years ago.
Yeah,
it's a different time. It was way. Pins were just beginning started.
Yeah, it was Disneyland was so much fun at that time.
No fast pass. Pin trading was barely just getting started, or they just created some. The end of the Beanie Babies. It was the late 90s. It was a different time.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Way different time.
On this day 2 years ago, in 2018, Avengers Infinity War premiered. We still haven't seen that.
No,
we have to finish watching the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, but we just haven't taken the time to do it. We've been too busy watching Disney Plus, the older films, so we're going to be doing that. And we actually have a video coming up with a show coming up with Disney Dan, where we're going to be spending time watching a lot of old-time films before we go and see what Dan wants to talk about, because he wants to talk about a lot of the classic films that a lot of people have not seen before. Things like Son of Flubber, Snowball Express, the one and only original all-family band. It's something like that. I just don't know the whole name of it because it's just not a very memorable film. That's the point. We want to talk about those films that people have seen.
Yeah, May the 4th is going to be the big Star Wars, the last of it. They're bringing that out.
Yeah.
I saw that on vacation.
Cynthia says that she said that Infinity War was a good film.
Oh, yeah. I'll pretty much to say the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe is not a bad film. They're actually very entertaining. We've seen a lot of chunks of them. They're brilliant. They're actually so good.
Todd says, I saw that on vacation and sat there for 10 minutes and was like, what in the world did I just watch?
I sat. What is he?
I think it was the one and only original.
I was like, what is he seen that he saw on a vacation?
Yeah.
I heard correctly May 4th, Rise of the... Yes, it is.
Yeah.
May the 4th.
May the 4th,
is when Rise of the Skywalker, the last Star Wars, they're gonna throw it on Disney Plus.
Oh, the theater was dead silent, Todd. Thank you, Todd.
Wah, wah, wah.
And then last year, here's something that Disney, they really don't need to. Disneyland has, he said Infinity War, he watched it. He sat there for 10 minutes and was like, what in the world did I just watch? Gotcha. Gotcha, Todd. Okay, I understand.
Okay.
So anyway,
I'm slow.
Yeah, last year on this day, Disney Channel had this whole fan fest thing at the Disneyland Resort. They do that like once a year at Disney California Adventure. They really don't need to, but they like to play up to the fans in Southern California. So they did that. And this particular one, they were going to be promoting the film Descendants 3. Now, we've seen the first
one I actually liked.
We liked the first film, but we have not seen 2 or 3 yet. So we might do that.
Jeffrey, what are you going to have for dinner? You guys got to tell me what you're eating.
Yeah, he has to go eat dinner now.
Hey, well, we actually have to deal with our food issues.
Oh, they're supposed to do it at Epcot and DCA this year. Oh. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm sorry about that. Okay, everyone. Moderators here in the stream. You with the blue wrenches, thank you for your help today. It's we're so grateful for you. Thank you for what you do. And then also Dean of thelifeplace.com. He did a stream yesterday and I completely missed it. I was taking a nap. So I felt bad about that. I've got to go back and watch that.
Took a siesta yesterday.
I slept over an hour. It really surprised me. I didn't expect that.
I was doing laundry. That's our life. I mean, but we're not glamorous here at the Fall Means. It might seem like it. We do have nice things, but we're far from glamorous. I mean, I'm like a sloppy joes kind of guy. I had fish and mac and cheese.
And then Pam had sloppy joes and chips. That sounds good too. I like sloppy joes. So, oh, absolutely, Todd. No
Oh,
problem.
we did. We watched the video. It actually
Yeah,
looks
we
really
did.
good.
Todd did a great little video about
Your batter looks super thick, so I was like, "Oh, this is going to turn out to be very moist."
he did some muffins. It was a mixed berry and cream cheese muffin. Looked delicious. So, Todd, good work. Support channels. We have 5 channels specifically that support us with assistance whenever we need it. 2 Real Geeks, D&G Explorers, More Sunshine Please, Rob Fuzz, and the Orlando Guy. Richard, in this case, did a wonderful trailer for our show that's coming up tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. That's going to be the Disney Plus Movie Club. So, yeah, we're going to be doing, I'll be posting that again right after this, along with the picture for the new Tomorrowland. So I'll show that to you.
Yeah, Todd saw the whoopie pies. Yeah, we saw that.
Oh yeah, whoopie pies are coming. And then, oh, thank you, Noah.
Thank you,
Those are
guys.
all the links for our supporters. Thank you, Pam. Pam's fam did it too. Thank you so much. We also have tonight on the Disney YouTube network. It's a busy night. 3 channels at 10 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. We have Practically Perfect Park Hopping, and he does his Magical Monday Mayhem. We have Eye to Eye Disney, Through Our Eyes. They always do a little hangout where they do Disney chat. And then Mickey Sightings does the same thing. A lot of Disney talk, especially about Walt Disney World. They're big fans. They live very close to Walt Disney World, so they're always talking about Walt Disney World, which is wonderful. At 8 o'clock, Steve's World. Steve is going to be talking with the child from The Mandalorian. I'm not sure what that's about. I'm not sure what Meg is going on, but Mickey's Magic is going to be on at 9 p.m. And then finally at 10 p.m. tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific, that is PTV Live on Pepper Tree Villa, right here where you are on our channel. And of course, that's going to be the Disney Plus Movie Club, where we're talking about the $1 Million Duck. So everyone, I really appreciate hoping that you'll all participate tonight with trivia. That's going to be a lot of fun. Mike Wheeler just posted a link also for our store. Thank you so much, Mike. That is shop.spreadshirt.com/peppertreevilla. We have a lot of merchandise there that features things that we talk about here on our channel. And also Lofi, our mascot, the snowman. So Lofi has some merchandise there. You have another 3 days to purchase Lofi merchandise on our Spreadshirt shop. We're throwing in a deal here. Everything on Wednesday and Thursday of this week, any purchase you make on our t-shirt shop is going to be 15% off. So don't forget about that. We have a deal with Spreadshirt that they can allow us to have 15% off on our shop on Wednesday and Thursday this month. So please go check out our shop on Wednesday and Thursday and look at the Lofi merchandise. You don't want to miss it before Lofi melts away on April 30th.
Melts away.
Because he's going into the vault. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us for this edition of the Daily Dose. We'll be back tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific with our show, PTV Live. And of course, Ben will be there as well. We'll talk about the $1 Million Duck. We'll see y'all real soon.
Thank you all.
Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, everyone.
Ciao.
Until later, bye.